highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are on game 2 of IBM versus Ernst & Young. The IBM player in the blue is Invariant, the Protoss player, and the Ernst & Young player in yellow is Andrew, the Terran player. And I am Akira here with Gray Mason, who is the Ernst & Young team captain, and excited to see this one get started.
Yeah, well, and thanks again for letting me co-cast with you. I've never done this before, so it's actually pretty exciting. And
yeah, I've done this a decent amount of times now, and I still suck at it. So, thanks for having the.
Well, that's why you have me along.
To do this.
That's why you have me along, to make yourself look good.
Yeah, and
like bringing dating the fat girl, right? Or
yes, that's why you were like, I want to do this. I'm like, yes.
Right, someone worse, and that way it makes you look good. That's what I'm here for. I'm fodder. Fodder to make you sound like you know what you're talking about.
Well, even better is we have more viewers. We have 13 live viewers. That's a record by like 6.
Doubled it?
Yeah,
that's good.
Pretty good. So
yeah, let me give a shout out to Andrew. Andrew with the most creative name on the Ernst Young team. I'm not going to give away his real name, but it sounds a lot like Andrew. He's a senior out of the Washington office in the assurance practice.
Nice. And Invariant is one of the really funny guys on our team. He has one of my favorite profiles, and he's not played a league game that's counted yet. He had played a kind of a practice 5th game, I guess, on Tal'Darim, which ended up being a lame 4-gate game. So this is his first real game in the league, and excited to see him play.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, and for Andrew, this is his first game in regular season. He did play in preseason, so he got a little bit of experience in it. Andrew was one of those guys, and it's really bad timing for Ernst Young in particular. We have tax, we have audit practices that both have busy seasons right now. So I was trying to get online and do some practice games with Andrew, and he's literally working till 10 o'clock at night every night. So it's been a tough for a lot of the guys to get a lot of practice in, but I'm so glad they've done what they can to participate in the league.
Yeah, I would pretend that the same thing happens at IBM, but not really. Just or at least not for me. Not sure for these guys.
No, when I'm internal IT, so yeah, it's all kind of a constant stream, but a lot of the client-serving folks definitely have a busy season. And
so it looks like
anyway,
Invariant's going to lose the scouting probe unless he moves it around, and with this guy popping out, I believe he did see the 1 gas, so I don't understand this game enough to know what that exactly tells him, but tells him there's going to be a little bit of tech and not just a bunch of Marines. So like I was saying earlier, I kind of felt like the PVT matchup is a little P-favored. I say that because I'm really bad, and it's a matchup that I have relative ease with unless they go Banshees or 1-1-1 build, which doesn't look like Andrew's doing. But after Protoss really have a lot of options like Storm and like Colossus that are really, really hard to deal with as a Terran player, and Terran have to be. I think Terran have to do a lot more harassment and just be on top of it a little more than Protoss at the lower levels.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was thinking. A lot of times you see 1 gas and you go, okay, well that must mean X, but that assumes top level play. I think they're still. I think both these players are platinum, and I try not to read too much into some of that.
Yeah, I mean, any given Sunday. It is Sunday. Nice. That analogy holds through. So it looks like Stargate's getting made, and will we see a tech lab in Banshees maybe, or just really early starport? Not sure. And meanwhile, Invariant's doing the kind of usual. I guess it's just a 1-gate expand.
Well, I wouldn't think it would be
or 1-gate robo. Interesting.
Right, there goes down the tech lab on the factory.
Yeah, so it looks like Banshees are coming with 2 barracks. So, or this might be a 1-1-1-ish build. I'm not sure, but a little bit scary for Invariant. Although 1-gate expand is the right build to do against this. You'll have your expansion up pretty quickly and be able to saturate it and get enough guys. Oh, a Raven, interesting. Very interesting.
Well, you've heard of the Raven rushes, right?
Not quite. Usually,
I haven't either.
yeah, usually it accompanies Banshees, and then the point defense drone goes out to prevent the stalkers from hitting the Banshees, and it's really, really annoying. But getting the Raven first is really interesting. I wonder, I'm assuming he's practiced out this build. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what he's doing. But, but you know what? The Raven will be good for the observer that's being made, so he can keep the observers out of his base, maybe.
Oh, perhaps he just wants to snipe out all the observers and then go cloak Banshee. He's not researching cloak yet. So really interesting build. Interested to see what's happening. Variant's being a lot more standard. He has a couple gates now. I think 2 gates. He just has 2 gates in the Robo. I guess so. It's a little light on gates.
Well, the point defense drones actually do really well against stalkers, right?
They do, yeah. They completely negate stalkers if they're within range.
Right.
So he's not getting
the energy.
Yeah, he's not getting cloak, but he is building Banshees. So he's amping up for a strong army. But if Invariant was more aggressive, and I don't actually know what Andrew has scouted of Invariant. He just got the expansion. But if he was more aggressive now, he could have taken this out quite a bit earlier. So I think this build is pretty risky.
Yeah, looks like we have both players supply blocked a little bit.
Yeah, both are supply blocked and both are building depots. Not getting supply blocked is one of the most difficult things to do in StarCraft. So I think Invariant needs to make another gate or 2. He just has 2 gates that I see, and he is getting double forged. So if the game starts going longer, he's going to start to get pretty ahead. Meanwhile, Andrew's making more of a tech-based army.
Yeah. One thing that makes me nervous for Andrew is he's so far behind in SCVs, although I know Mules can somewhat make up for that, but
he's way behind.
Way behind.
So, yeah, he's just going to keep getting behind. He's not being aggressive with these guys. He actually bunkered up. So, that's kind of scary for Andrew. He needs to continue pumping out SCVs. He needs to transfer probes. And at this point, Invariant's actually in pretty good shape. Although I don't know if he's scouted much of what Andrew has. So he did see the tech lab on the factory and the starport. So.
All right, here comes the observer into the base. Let's see if that Raven pays off. Where's the Raven? Oh, there it is. It's blocking the tank.
Here comes the obs, following it. Super exciting. Like, he didn't really scout anything. Okay, there he goes.
So look at this. He's going to go to the natural, get picked off. That was exactly what Andrew wanted, right into his trap.
But he did manage to see pretty much the whole army, so I think he should feel pretty safe if he noticed some saturation, some of the saturation and what's going on. He probably even feels like he probably could take a 3rd.
Yeah, and he probably can. I mean, Andrew's been very passive and even scouting. Not taking that watchtower, just to see things coming. But both teams are just sitting back, so I guess that plays in the favor of Invariant with a bigger economy up front.
Yeah, Invariant does need to make a Twilight Council to take advantage of this double forge. Right now he can't get very many more upgrades, so he's getting shield. Meanwhile, Andrew's still going with his 1-1-1 composition, building up more stalkers, more tanks. Does have siege mode, so again, still very light on SCVs, but his composition is starting to get scary.
Yeah, well, and here comes pushing out from the base. Get some action here.
Yeah, this it's unusual for a toss to start attacking here, so hopefully he can back up or hopefully for our team. Although these tanks aren't siege yet, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, and no, very bad timing to leave your. Oh, I thought he was gonna get out of his bunkers. So it looks like an engagement might happen, and it might just actually miss each other. Let's see what ends up happening.
Are they both pushing out at the same time?
Yeah, it looks like they are. This might be a base race. Very interesting.
Look at that timing. Oh boy. Run home! Go home!
It looks like Andrew's coming back home, which is going to trap these units, so... I don't know what's going to happen. Here come the Banshees. He can take out the Banshees before a point-to-point Surround is made.
Siege!
Yeah, the point-to-point Surround is making these Banshees so powerful, but the Raven goes down. Looks like this is actually going to be good for Andrew. Nothing much is dying for Invariant. Invariant's wasting a lot of cycles on this orbital command, and it's not even going to go down. Oh, it just goes down, but I think Andrew needs to push out now. He has the army advantage.
I would think so.
And some Colossus are being made, but there's a lot of investment in this army, and Invariant has a lot of money, but yeah, and I even think Andrew should bring his SCVs. He should just go all out.
All in?
Yeah, he should just go all in because he just destroyed that army. All Invariant can make are these SCVs, and there's a lot of tech going on.
Yeah.
And there they come.
The cannons coming down. Are they? Oh. Thought you called it.
Bit by bit. Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah. Oh. That's not fun.
Yeah, well, the Colossus is going to pop out, at least one of them, just in time to...
Yeah, but it doesn't have range yet, so... he needs to take out those Banshees. He needs to avoid the tanks, just stay in the back as long as possible. You probably should actually give up the expansion. And don't get too far ahead. Chrono boost that robotics bay.
Actually, he held it off pretty well.
No, he needs to chrono boost the robotics bay, chrono it. He really needs range really bad.
I don't think so. He should just let that go. As a matter of fact, he should cancel that upgrade. He should get that money back.
No, he has a lot of money. He
needs more money. Yeah. More money. Just cancel the upgrade.
No, don't go in. No, what are you doing? Stop.
Run in. That's it. Just 8. You know what? And move. Don't attack me. Just walk past them. That's really what he's doing.
Colossus goes down. A couple of the tanks go down, and right now, Invariant's actually in a pretty strong position. Here, tanks are going down. The expansion was made, but now there's a really big lead for Invariant, and some misrallies going on. They're just going to get picked off. So some scariness there.
Those were sacrificial Marines.
Yeah.
They were by design. That was actually what he wanted to do with those.
My Terran play partner messaged me OP as he's very upset with the Protoss race. Meanwhile, third going down from Invariant, so Invariant stabilized that attack. I did get a little bit nervous, but now looks like it's going alright for the Protoss player. So what do you think Andrew's going to do from here? Win.
That would be what I would try to do at this point. I'll try to win.
So he is making a third, but Invariant doesn't see it, although Andrew does see that Invariant has a pylon right there, so that should probably be taken out.
Oh, how funny, that pylon totally doesn't see that third.
Yeah, it's like right out of his range. But,
would be good just to take a couple Marines up there and sit there. It looks like they're heading over now. This is that probe. Hopefully the probe doesn't run up and see it, though.
Oh no, he just sees it barely by his chin. So that should, as soon as there's enough Colossus, that should prompt Invariant to start running out. I think 2 or 3 is good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, Andrew's way down in worker count. But again, just like a lot of people don't like Protoss, speaking of Zerg, I don't like Terran either because they can just hole up. If you like when that first attack came, if you would have had people in the bunkers, the tanks in the siege mode, he would have held off that first push a lot easier.
Yeah, I think tanks are actually really weak against Protoss as the game starts to wear on because of Colossus, because of Speed Zealots. So I know this is the composition that Andrew's choosing now, but what happens after the 1-1-1 ends, I guess, or the timing window for 1-1-1, which is before Colossus, unless it's a really fast Colossus, tanks just kind of get destroyed. So this game right now is probably really heavily in the favor of our Protoss player. Although anything can happen. He started to make Vikings, which is really important in this composition. And I think Invariant's just kind of waiting for the right time to push out. He's making 2 Colossus and a bunch of speed bots. And he has a pretty big lead now, and it looks like something cued him to go, so, or maybe not. He's doing something or another.
Yeah, well, he's been chrono boosting the forge double forge upgrade.
Right.
So that's going to make a big difference when the next time the armies get.
Oh yeah, maybe he's waiting for the last 2 Colossi and some stuff to pop. Meanwhile, I don't think there's any upgrades on any of these units for Terran. I guess there's 1-1 on these.
Yeah, Marines are 1-1. But yeah, it's gonna be a big difference.
Marines are just gonna get melted. The other problem is the 3rd doesn't have a what's it called? The thing that shoots instead of having orbital. Yeah, it doesn't have a planetary fortress, which makes it really vulnerable. You can just kind of send a couple zealots in there and take it out. So it looks like the push out is happening now from Invariant. He's making a forward pylon, and he still has an observer there, so this is probably going to be GG coming up. Here comes the battle. A lot of Vikings, though.
This is exactly where Andrew wanted them.
Oh, this is a bad angle. He needs to pull back his losses, but oh man, his Marines are just melting. His tanks aren't sieged up, and looks like everything dies for Andrew. So that's pretty much a good game. Although all the Ferocious are killed, all the Vikings are dead now, and 40 supply lead. So yeah.
I would say it would be an uphill battle from here.
A good game called by Andrew. Well played by Invariant. Some scary timings by Andrew. I think if he brought his SCVs, he might have been able to win that battle and take that game in classic bit-by-bit style. But now Invariant evens up the whole series, and it is 1-1.